say that I told him I don't believe in Bible unadulterated truth. I believe you can find the truth in it, but I don't believe it's unadulterated. I mean, it's 100 because this is my thing. Is this: if that is made for us for our understanding, and not to say it's God's fault, but see what our people went through. Who is that a lesser crime if they care for them? They always say war. If the Most High didn't protect me with that, okay, there might be a reason for that. But why am I supposed to jump to conclusion he can protect that person not being touched? When in fact, that's not even the original. Like when the prophet wrote it, I can see once again, this was wrote I caught it and I knew the language. I could see that. Those people with fear altered the word. They had the fear of the Lord. Now, I got no devils that would do anything for us. And I gotta believe that they got scared enough not to tamper with it. But I remember there's a verse somewhere in there that they talk about people that the Lord and know that what they do is worthy of death. Now, who they talk about?
What verse you talking about?
That part. Remember I said I can't say that verse.
Okay. Let me make
but it's people. I would imagine the devils in the world, they not afraid.
Let me make something clear. Let me make something clear. Let me respond to what you said. Because this book is not written in English. It's written in Hebrew, right? It's written the Torah and the Old Testament, what they call the Old Testament, is written in Hebrew.
That language alone, no Arabic to it?
No Arabic, not at all. Okay, there are other translations that have just like this is the English translation. We're talking about the original manuscript. That's what you're talking about, right? Can you read this? What does it say?
No, I can't read it. It looks like you were written backwards.
It was. That's the correct way to write. But what does it say?
That part I can't
tell me what it says. That says Yahweh. That's God's name. Yahweh. Yahweh. It means he exists. We read the original scripts. Now, when the Dead Sea Scrolls came, you found out something really legitimate. The Dead Sea Scrolls came at a certain time in the 1900s when they were discovered, right? But there was the Masoretic text and what they call the Greek Septuagint that was based on the Bible before that. So when the Dead Sea Scrolls came, it confirmed that, this word has not been tampered with because they found over 900 scrolls in the case of Quran, right? So the reason why it was a Greek Septuagint is because in the year like 200 BC, Ptolemy, who was the Greek Edomite, so-called white man, ruling over Egypt, right? Remember we grew up, they used to tell us Cleopatra was black. Cleopatra's actually a white woman. And they ruled over Egypt. But they forced us to turn our scriptures into Greek. We cried to horrible things. We said we'd rather eat pork than speak Greek, right? But when the Dead Sea Scrolls came, it confirmed that what we have is the actual text. Now, there are many different documents and scrolls, like the Kittim scroll. It's actually made of silver. And it has the book of Numbers, chapter 6, and like three verses on it is what they have on it. And it's the same that we have in Numbers here. Now, all these scrolls they find confirm when we go to the Hebrew. So we can't just read the English. You're right. We have to study to show ourselves approved, right? But we go into the Greek writings, we go into the Hebrew writings so that we can see. Because in Acts 12, it says the apostles were celebrating Easter. That's why he brought that up. Because in Acts 12, it says the apostles were celebrating Easter. But if you look at that word in the Greek, it's Pascha, which means Passover. So it was completely mistranslated. And it was even translated by our people. But it was our people who were Trinitarians and they were already bugged out of Christianity. So you have to go to the original text to find out. Now, as far as slavery is concerned, they gave us a slave Bible. You heard of that? They cut out like 70% of the Bible and gave us only the scriptures that were like, listen, and shut up and listen kind of scripture, right? Instead of the have revolution type scripture. But then a brother named Nat Turner, you ever heard of Nat Turner? He read the real Bible. And he based his whole revolution. What happened with Nat Turner? Why did he do that? Because he read the real Bible, the whole Bible, and saw us in it. and saw what's going to happen later on, and he stood up and caused that revolt, right? So the truth of the Bible is different than the lie that they told us. They told us that's Jesus, but that's a lie they told us. They didn't tell us the truth of the Bible. So it's up to us. What we've done is researched ourselves to find out what is the truth. Because this Bible condemns the white man.
Well, look, even when I went to church with the white guy was speaking, none of them never said, why is there a part in the scriptures that his feet is bronze?
Right. But you knew it was there. But you knew it was there.
Yeah.
And why don't they bring that up?
Good.
Why don't they bring that up? They don't bring that up because they want you to. They want you to.
I'm from out of Brooklyn, man.
They don't want. They want you to believe this. What they told you. This happened during the Renaissance. You know what the Renaissance means?
Well,
it means rebirth. Okay. The Bible speaks about a time when these people would be brought to a low state, and our people ruled Europe. You know where Europe comes from? It's a dark-skinned woman named Europa. You understand? Our people ruled over there during the Byzantine Empire. That's our people, amongst other dark-skinned people. But they want you to believe that everything was them. So they did a thing called iconoclasm. You ever heard of iconoclasm? It's when they painted all the pictures white, right? They painted all the dark pictures white. They call it iconoclasm. Now, this is a man who really lived. He has a Netflix special called The Borgias. Caesar Borgia, he was Pope Alexander VI's second son, right? And he died, and they got Leonardo da Vinci, who was his gay lover, to paint him over as the Messiah. So now, we all, when we pray to the Most High, and we think about the Creator, instead of thinking of somebody who looks like him, we picture somebody who looks like him. That's part of the deception. Now, they did lie to us about the book. But the book itself, like I could take a screwdriver and I could use it to fix your alternator, or I could take it and stab you with it. You know what I mean? So we are the people of this book. This book condemns the white man. The book straight up and down condemns the white man. It says blonde hair is leprosy, pale skin is leprosy, right? You take someone and say, can we read the scripture? Why would the white man put this in the Bible? Revelation 13 and 10. Why would the white man, slavery, they didn't want us to read. You ever heard Chris Rock tell that joke? He driving Miss Daisy. Right. She'd be like, why didn't you stop at that stop sign? And he'd be like, oh, he can't let her know that he can read. Because if he could read, they would have killed your ass. Right? They let Nat Turner read because they wanted him to just read those passive scriptures. Sit back and relax. And when it said obey your masters, they're translating that into English. What it really meant is your leaders, your elders who are wise, listen to them. Listen to your fathers. Listen to those elders in the neighborhood, in the village. When they give you that knowledge, listen to them. That's what it meant. But they take that and make you think, oh, obey your master.
See, but I'm coming from that. It's like the younger crowd in the South or whatever, North Carolina, but oh man, that's my boss.
Right.
That's your boss. He runs the company. But he said, oh, my boss.
My boss. And we don't realize that these words that we use.
Why do you use
like enslaving ourselves?
That's not my boss.
that's my employer.
That's right.
Right.
And even that's messed up because employee is like French.
Right.
So we are inexplicable. The truth is, we are still in captivity to this day. Read this.
It's the book of Revelation, chapter 13, verse 10.
Now, just like you said, you as a church, and the pastor is never reading, his feet are like bronze. His hair is like wool. They don't read that, but you know it's there. Why would if the white man wrote this book, and this book is to enslave us, why would he leave this here?
He that leadeth into captivity.
He that leads into captivity. What's captivity?
Captivity.
Slavery, right? Whoever leads into slavery
shall go into captivity.
Shall go into slavery, right? Read on.
He that killeth with the sword, whoever kills with the sword, must be killed with the sword.
Must. That doesn't say perhaps, maybe. I'm not sure. It says must. You say on slavery, you have to kill the slave. You kill someone with the sword, you have to be killed with the sword. Now, why leave that in there? Keep reading.
It is the patience and the faith of the saints.
This is the patience and the faith of the saints. You know, I say, well, when the saints go marching in. Yeah. Who are the saints? They told us, well, yeah. Because in another way of saying it, the Israelites, the children of Israel, they're the saints. Give me the saints. Psalm 55. They say the saints are perfect people or people who are never have sinned and that kind of thing. Holy people, like 100%. But when they say holy, it doesn't mean that you've never sinned. When it says holy, it means you're set apart. God made us a holy people. We're set apart. You don't even have to open the Bible to know that when you look at us compared to these other people. Blacks, Latinos, Native Americans, we all on this side. We all got the flavor. Right. All white folks, you the only one with flavor. You like, oh, I got to tell y'all what's cool. Because they don't know if you don't tell them. Right? Read it.
It's the book of Psalms, chapter 50, verse 5.
Bring it out.
Gather my saints together.
Gather my saints together. Read on.
Unto me.
Give me Deuteronomy 7:6.
Those that have made a covenant with me by sacrifice.
It says, bring my saints to me. Those who made a covenant with me by sacrifice. Who made a covenant with the Most High by sacrifice? The Israelites with Moses. No other nation did that. Psalm 147-19, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7.
And Ike means son of. Right. So Israel was a man, not a place. Right. So if you're an Israelite, that means you're a son of it. They got a place down there called McDonald's. Right. Mick means you come from a man named Donald. The original guy's name wasn't McDonald, his name was Donald. Right. And he had sons, and we called them McDonald or Orion, Ryan. Just like Israelite, we're the son of Israel. You know, read that.
This is the book of Deuteronomy, chapter 7, verse 6.
Now this is connection to the saints. I want you to understand this.
For thou art a holy people.
Thou art an holy people. This is Moses talking to the Israelites after they passed through the Red Sea. He says, thou art an holy people. Read on.
For thou art an holy people unto the Lord thy God. The Lord thy God hath chosen thee.
Chose you. You ever seen a Mac who say, hey man, your bitch chose me. Right. Read on.
Has chosen thee to be a special people.
To be a special people, right?
Unto himself.
Unto himself.
Above all people.
Equal to all people.
Above all people.
Above all people. Now read that again from the top.
This book of Deuteronomy 7 and 6. For thou art an holy people.
Thou art an holy people. Holy is the same word that they get saint from. If you look at saint and holy in the Hebrew, because we got to go to the Hebrew, right? We got to go to these letters, not to the English. It's the same word, Hebrew word kodash, which means set apart. So it says, thou art a holy people. You are kodash. When it says the saints, bring together my saints, it says the kodash, the holy people. So we just read in Revelation 13:10, these holy people are patiently waiting for him to take into slavery the people who put him into slavery. Right. You know what I'm saying? This is what's going to happen in the Bible. The Most High God promised us. He didn't make a promise with Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. He made a promise to his seeds. And I'm sorry to say this, because I say this. I might say this too much. He gets tired of hearing this. I tell him this every night. But if he passes away, or he gets locked up or something, and I promise him I'm going to take care of his son. Right. He goes away. Even if his son grows up to be an asshole, right, I still am going to honor my word. Right? The Most High God said it's going to be true, and he's not a liar. Right. He's not a man that he should lie, right? You know, it's only for us, and it's only going to be for us. And this is what they don't want us to know. This is why they create these things. They created Christianity. They created Islam. Both of those religions are created by the rejected son. Jacob had a son named Isaac and Abraham had a son named Isaac and a son named Ishmael. We come from Isaac, the promised seed. Right? Arabs come from Ishmael, the rejected seed. Then Isaac has two sons, Jacob and Esau. Blacks, Latinos, and Native Americans, we are Jacob. The so-called white man is Esau, the rejected son. They keep wanting to make a claim to our people. Right? They want to be us.
That's right.
They're mad that they're us. Our people are the only ones with flavor. Where are you from, sis? Puerto Rico, right? Where are you from, brother?
New York.
What's your nationality? You call yourself black? Okay, so
Black American.
You would call yourself African American, they would say, right? On a job application or something. Right. But she would say Puerto Rican, Latino, right? Right. But they want you to believe that you're not the same nation.